Hello, my name is Grant. Today I'll be explaining the problem of evil. I'm at the park right now, so I don't have like notes with me, so it's going straight off the head, the mind, the organic human brain. So first thing, I think John was the atheist and then Alvin was the theist. John basically said what cancer sucks, like animal suffering sucks, and like mass shooting sucks. And then the response, I think Alvin kind of like got on is like, well, those are like like evil has to happen. Evil has to happen like with good. Kind of like we wouldn't know what good is if evil wasn't here. Same thing as we wouldn't know that we were hot if we never like knew what being cold was. And then another thing that they talked about was like, I want to stay on like the cancer part, is say if somebody had cancer and you're like reading it the news and you would like be happy for them because they beat it. Like God makes evil for us to cherish the proud moments of us achieving the things. So having cancer is a byproduct of evil, but evil is necessary for humans to have gratitude kind of to bad things. Like I like what Professor Matt said, like say like you're watching the news and a kid got kidnapped, right? You would be more appreciative and holding your kids more tighter, you know, and grateful that you have a kid because those people don't have kids. That's like what my parents say to me all the time, like be grateful for what you have because some people don't have it like that. And evil just shows us that we have gratitude kind of to things. Another thing that they talked about was I think where the people that had so sorry, I got off track. So first was the mass shootings, second was the appreciative, and then third one is the free will. This one is probably the best argument because God makes us have free will, therefore we could choose to have evil in our life or good in our life. And I think John said, why wouldn't God just make us not evil and still have free will? Well, that basically takes apart like away free will, but it's technically free will still, but it's not free will because God's limiting you in what you can do in life, kind of. But for now, like I think like that's the best argument because I am a theist, and this is like the hardest problem for like a theist to answer because like you can't really like do anything about it, because I argue with my friend Legend all about it because he's like an atheist, and he's like, why does God cause like animal suffering? And because I'm Christian I say sin, but I can't really use that Christian ideologically here because you have to come with the open mind kind of, and like religion and personal religion off. So like our response, I would do like, why would God cause animal suffering? Probably because he's all-knowing kind of, and he knows what's best. Again, like that's super hard for me, and I understand why people would change their mind on like believing in a God. Why would an all-powerful, all-good, all-knowing God cause animal suffering? Because like those people didn't do anything. I mean, the animal didn't do anything. Same with the mass shooting. Why would God even permit that to happen? I don't know. You know, that's a question we can try to make arguments all day about it, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not God and you're not God. He's all knowing, so he has that, but would he be all good? So the three characteristics of a God is all knowing, like a deity is all knowing, all powerful, all good. But if God doesn't carry one trait, does that mean God is real? That's just human ideologically, like human thinking. We can put God into a kind of a characteristic, like those three characters. But again, like an atheist would argue all day, oh, he's not good because he permits mass shootings. But I would come back using the logic, God lets us have free will and we could do anything with that. You know, God wouldn't be all loving, all good if he permitted that permitted that to happen. Same with the tsunami, like I'll touch on again, like or like a tornado blows like 20 houses away. We would be more appreciative of having a house, you know, because those people are not fortunate and they lost their house. You know, you could come at this from like 200 perspectives, but at the end of the day, like I was really challenged on this question. I didn't change my like personal thinking that God isn't real, but you know, it's a tricky argument because most of the time the theist is going to lose because so many loopholes in this and you can't really like do anything about it. That's my stance on it. I mean, it's like the hardest problem to solve, like the hardest like answer. Like you can't, there's so much stuff like the atheist can put at you and you wouldn't be able to answer half of it. You know, you can use like, well, we're not all there yet, so God is trying to make us stronger, like about us having cancer, and like he's trying to make us stronger by having cancer, and if we beat the cancer we'd be more gratitude, but if we die from the cancer, why would God permit it, you know? But that's my stance on it. Thank you.